What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. It is Friday, April 4th. We have a 10-game NBA slate on tap for today. Let's not waste time. It's Friday, payday. Let's make some money. All right, our first game of the day has the Utah Jazz traveling to Indiana to play the Pacers. And I'm taking Utah to cover the spread here, plus 16. We have a points total of 237.5. We're playing the under here. For our player props in this game, we are taking Pascal Siakam under his 31.5 point total rebounds, assists, and points. 31.5. We're playing the under here. He has not hit this in 2 weeks. The Pacers are a very deep team. When they have a bit of a lead, they can go to their bench. They can play Obi a lot of minutes. So this is not a game I expect Pascal Siakam to be playing that much in the fourth. Even though I have Utah covering. Like I said, they're a very deep team. So we have Utah covering here, under 237, and Pascal Siakam under points, rebounds. And after that, like I said, we have a few upsets or crazy picks for today. It's just how our board worked out. We're playing the Hornets plus 11 to cover the spread, plus 11. We're taking an over of the total points, 217.5. We're playing the over there. Our player prop will be similar to the Jazz Pacers game. We're taking under rebounds, points, and assists for Miles Bridges. He has hit this once in the last week. The Kings do not give up that much scoring inside. He will have to shoot a lot from the perimeter. I see Mark Williams taking a lot of the rebounds. I could see him having a good assist number, but the total 29.5, I do not see him hitting that tonight. So under for Miles Bridges player prop, rebounds and assists and points, over on the total, and Hornets to cover the spread. After that, we have the Pistons going to Toronto to play the Raptors, and we're playing the Pistons to cover the 11-point spread here. We're going to have the over 227.5. And for our player props, we're going to take Scotty Barnes over 10.5 rebounds plus assist. As we continue along, we have the Suns versus the Celtics. The spread is at 14 points. I just don't know if it feels kind of like a trap. I know there's no Kevin Durant. That point spread just feels too much like a trap. We're going to take the Celtics money line here. And we're also going to play under 226.5. There's a chance they have Jaylen Brown questionable. And they have Porzingis questionable. He missed the last game. So I do think Porzingis will play tonight. But I highly doubt we see Brown or KD. KD for sure is out. So we're going to take the Celtics money line. We're going to play the under 226.5 points. For our player props, though, we're going to play Nick Richards of the Suns. We're taking over on rebounds. Over 7.5 rebounds for tonight's game. After that, we have the Cavs playing the Spurs. We're going to play Cleveland to cover the spread here. The Spurs had a good upset win against the Nuggets the other night, but the Nuggets were playing a back-to-back where they had a double overtime game against the T-Wolves. We're going to play Cleveland here to cover the 13.5 point spread. We're going to play the under on total points, under 241 for this game. Now, the last time these two teams played, Donovan Mitchell, I think it was a week and a half ago, Donovan Mitchell on his points, rebounds, and assists had 44 that night. But there was no Evan Mobley. And in that game, Donovan Mitchell had 13 or 12 rebounds. It was over 10 rebounds. And he finished with the 44. I do not see that happening tonight, let alone this game possibly being a blowout. I'm going to take Donovan Mitchell under 37.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And I understand we're playing a lot of unders tonight. It is how the board fell. We cannot fight the board. So we're playing another under points, rebounds, and assists for Donovan Mitchell. All right, as we continue along, we have the Oklahoma City Thunder going to Houston to play the Rockets. This should be a very good game. even though I'm going to play OKC to cover, excuse me, the 6.5 total point spread here. For the total points of the game, we're going to play over 227.5. These are two high-paced teams that like to score. Both matchups this year went over 230. After that, we move on to our player props. And we're going to take Chet Holmgren for over 14.5 points. Chugging along, we have the Blazers going to Chicago to play the Bulls. The Blazers just coming off a win against Toronto last night. I'm leaning towards the Bulls to cover the spread here. The minus 6 points for the Bulls. We're going to be taking the under 235 here. There will be no Anthony Simons for the Blazers. I could see this being under the 235. But for our player prop, Shaedon Sharpe, rebounds plus assists, they have his line at 8.5. He hit this in his last game at 14. No no Anthony Simons tonight. We are playing Shaedon Sharpe over 8.5 rebounds and assists. All right, moving along. Final 3 games of the night. We have the Nuggets going to Golden State to play the Warriors. The Warriors last night coming off a good win against the Lakers. The Nuggets are 2 nights ago, they had the loss versus the T-Wolves. Then they lost versus the Spurs. Last night they were off. Now they're traveling to Golden State. I have the Nuggets money line here. The over 235.5 points. Our player props, we're going to be playing Joker over 11.5 rebounds. And after that, we have the Pelicans versus the Lakers. And I'm playing the Lakers here to cover the 14.5 spread. I get it. They lost a bad game last night versus the Golden State Warriors. But this Pelicans team is highly beat up. The person with the highest odds on this Pelicans team is Jose Alvarado. And I think in his career, he might only have like 4 or 5 20-point games. So we're playing the Lakers to cover the 14.5 point spread. We're taking the under the 221.5 total points. And for our player props, Austin Reeves over 9.5 rebounds plus assists. And then our final game of the night, Mavs Clippers. Anthony Davis is listed as questionable, most likely will not play in this game. We're playing the Clippers money line here. The total points of 225.5, we're playing the under here. We're going to be taking the under. And our player props, like I said, there will be no Anthony Davis. So we're going to be taking Daniel Gafford's rebound player prop. We're going to be taking the over 6.5 points. Once again, guys, I want to thank you for just clicking on this video and watching. Please go in the comments and let me know what you're playing today. It's a Friday. Good luck to everybody. Let's make some money.